6 a.m. Hotel Emperor. Camila Santos finishes cleaning the last room in the Emperor Hotel. She's 24 years old and feels very tired after 14 hours of continuous work. Her eyes burn, her back aches, but she can't stop. Her blue hotel uniform, wet with sweat after a shift that started yesterday at 3 p.m., sticks to her body. Camilla pushes her cart through the marble corridors, thinking about her Grandma Rosa's medicine bills that need to be paid today. She needs 240 reais, which she doesn't have yet. Reaching the presidential suite, the most expensive room in the hotel with a view of the entire city, she stops at the door. Camilla has cleaned this place hundreds of times, but today something is different. Her legs tremble with exhaustion. She sits on the edge of the bed to rest for just a minute. The mattress is softer than anything she has at home. I'll just rest for 5 minutes, she thinks. Her eyes close on their own. Sleep comes in a wave that is impossible to fight. Camilla sinks into the lavender-scented pillow. Here, in a room where the nightly rate is more than her earnings for 2 months, she finally relaxes. At 7 a.m., Leonardo Almeida, 32, CEO of the country's largest construction company, arrives at the hotel. He is used to being in control of everything. Today, he has an important meeting in the office the company rents at the hotel. His assistant has already called 3 times, reporting that the HR consultant canceled the meeting at the last minute due to an urgent family problem. Leonardo decided to come anyway. He urgently needs to address the company's humanization issues. He goes up to the office on the top floor and stops. A young woman is sleeping on the reception area sofa, dressed in the hotel uniform. Her brown hair falls across her tired face. There's something pure about this image that strangely touches Leonardo. For a moment, he just watches. The girl looks exhausted, but peaceful. There's no heavy makeup, expensive jewelry, or posed expressions. A simplicity he hasn't seen in many years. Leonardo looks at his watch. 7 a.m. The consultant was supposed to arrive at 7 a.m. but canceled. He looks at the sleeping woman, and a strange thought comes to him. What if this is her, the consultant who arrived early and decided to rest a little? Her clothes are too simple, but maybe she's one of those modern professionals who don't care about appearance, or she encountered some problem and was forced to change. Camilla wakes up to the sound of footsteps. Her eyes slowly open. She is still groggy from sleep. Seeing a man in an expensive suit standing nearby, her heart begins to pound. "Oh my God, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to," she stammers, trying to get up quickly. "Quiet, it's okay. You must be the consultant who was supposed to come today, right? And I'm Leonardo Almeida," he says with a kind smile. "Maria, right?" Camilla freezes. He thinks she's the consultant. She should have corrected the mistake immediately, but the words wouldn't come. There's something in his gentle tone that snaps her out of her stupor. "My assistant said you canceled. But how are you here?" Leonardo continues, sitting in a chair. "You must have resolved the problem." Camila swallows. The richest man she's ever seen is talking to her as an equal. "Yes, that's right," she whispers, still trying to understand what's happening. Leonardo smiles. "Excellent. Then let's talk about how to humanize my company. Did you bring any materials?" Camilla's heart pounds so hard she thinks he can hear it. She has no materials. She's not a consultant, but she remembers her university classes. "Actually, I prefer to get to know the company first, talk, understand how everything works," she says, using vocabulary from her human resources management courses. "Interesting. And what do you want to know?" She takes a deep breath. 2 years ago, Camilla was in her 3rd year of human resources management at the State University. She dreamed of helping people at work, changing things for the better. But money ran out, and she had to postpone her studies to take care of Grandma Rosa. Humanization is seeing people as people, isn't it? She begins slowly. Not as numbers in a spreadsheet. Leonardo leans forward, interested. "Go on." "It's because we often forget that every employee has their own life, a family waiting at home, bills, dreams." The words flow naturally. Camilla speaks about what she knows from her own experience. "And how do you apply that in practice?" he asks. She thinks of Dona Conceição, who cleans toilets at 60 to buy insulin, of Don Carlos in the acting department, who studies at night and dreams of becoming a teacher. First, you need to truly know these people, know their names, understand what they need. When an employee knows that the boss cares about them, they work from the heart, she explains. Leonardo is impressed. He has heard many consultants talk about productivity and profit, but never anyone who focused so much on the human aspect and authority. "How do you maintain respect while staying close to employees?" he asks. "Respect doesn't come from fear, but from attention. When a boss shows that they value everyone's work, people want to give their best," Camilla replies, remembering how she was ignored there. "You have a rather unusual perspective on this," Leonardo comments. "It's nice to hear from someone who truly understands the dignity of labor." Camilla almost laughs at the situation. If he knew that she spent 12 hours a day cleaning toilets, being neglected by wealthy guests. Any honest work has value. It doesn't matter if you're a CEO or a cleaner. Everything deserves respect, she says with conviction. Leonardo is captivated. There is a sincerity in this woman that he has never encountered before. She is not trying to impress or sell anything. She speaks the truth from her heart. "Maria, I'll be direct. I need someone like you in my company. Someone who understands that a happy employee works better." Camilla feels the world spinning. Such an opportunity could completely change her life. She could pay for her grandmother's treatment, go back to university, have a future. "God, I don't know what to say," she stammers. "By agreeing to a 3-month consultant contract, you will reform our human resources policy, make the atmosphere more humane." How does that sound? Camilla thinks of Grandma Rosa at home, confused by Alzheimer's, of the expensive medicines that need to be bought, of the abandoned university. This might be her only chance to escape the life she has. "I agree," she whispers. Leonardo smiles and extends his hand. "Welcome to the team, Maria. I'm sure this will be the start of a great partnership." When their hands touch, Camilla feels a strange energy. It's not just gratitude for the chance. It's something deeper, more dangerous. "We start on Monday. My assistant, Patricia, will contact you and explain all the contract details when she arrives," Leonardo says, getting up. "And Maria, thank you for agreeing. I have a good feeling about this." After he leaves, Camilla is left alone in the office, looking at her trembling hands. She has just agreed to impersonate a professional consultant. She has just lied to the most influential person she knew. But, thinking of Grandma Rosa at home, of the medicine bill, of the chance for a better life, Camilla realizes she had no choice. Sometimes a lie is the only way out we can see. The phone rings. It's Grandma. "Camilla, where are you, daughter?" "Coming, Grandma. Just finished work." "Good, I miss you." Camilla hangs up and sighs deeply. Now she needs to quickly figure out how to become a real consultant. 2 months have passed since that day that changed everything. Camilla barely recognizes her life now. During the day, she is Maria, an HR consultant, and at night she is still the granddaughter who takes care of Grandma Rosa. She wakes up at 5 a.m. every day. First, she prepares coffee and medicine for Grandma Rosa. At 7 or 8 years old, Grandma sometimes recognizes her, sometimes asks, "Who is this beautiful girl who lives in the house?" "I'm going to work, Grandma. Dona Nisa will stay here with you." "Okay. Work where, dear?" "At a big company. I help people there." Perhaps in some ways, Camilla really is helping. Her ideas about employee value are yielding results. The team has become more enthusiastic, there are fewer complaints, and the atmosphere has improved. Dona Neza, a retired neighbor, agrees to sit with Grandma Rosa for a small fee. "It's good to have company," she says, "and your grandma is just adorable." Camilla gets ready in her small 2-room apartment. Her clothes are different now, Nothing expensive, but bought from quality thrift stores in the city center. Blazers, skirts, comfortable shoes she finds on sale. She learned to put her hair in an elegant bun by watching YouTube videos at the university library. Her makeup is simple, natural lipstick and mascara, but the result is a completely different woman instead of the cleaner she was a few months ago. At the company, everyone respects her. "Good morning, Maria," employees say. Some stop to talk about the changes she proposed. Flexible hours for those with young children, a relaxation corner in the cafeteria, a motivation program for training. "The Employee of the Month idea was brilliant," says Rodrigo, the sales department supervisor. "The team is more motivated than ever." Camila smiles. "The main thing is to value everyone's work. Everyone wants to feel important." She learned all this by studying at night. After taking care of her grandmother, Camilla spends hours in the university library, reading about human resources management. She takes books home, downloads articles, and takes detailed notes. It's hard work, but it's paying off. Camilla discovered a natural talent for understanding people. Perhaps because she was always invisible, she knows exactly how those who are ignored feel. But not everything comes easily. In her very first week, she called Leonardo sir in front of the board. In the second, she used the word we in an official presentation. Small mistakes make her heart pound faster. Leonardo started looking for her almost every day, always under different professional pretexts. But Camilla notices that he enjoys her company. "How did you learn to read people so well?" he asks in one of their meetings. "Perhaps when you suffer yourself, it's easier to see the suffering of others," Camilla answers without thinking. Leonardo is surprised. "Have you suffered a lot?" Camilla realizes she said too much. "Oh, everyone has their difficulties, right?" she reluctantly replies. But he doesn't forget that comment. There's something unique about Maria's story. A consultant who speaks with such confidence about suffering. A professional who perfectly understands the pain of the simplest employees. Weeks pass, and Camilla becomes more confident. She learned to speak at meetings, present ideas, and behave in a business environment. She observed how people dressed, how they spoke, how they gestured. But the hardest part is hiding from Leonardo who she really is. Every time he asks about her education, she invents a new story. A private university in Campinas, work experience at a closed company, a family that prefers to keep their private life secret. "You're a bit mysterious, Maria," Leonardo once says. "Sometimes it seems like there's much more to you than you show." Camilla feels her heart pound. Everyone has their secrets. "Yes, that's true, but I'd like to know yours." There's something special in Leonardo's voice, an intimacy that goes beyond work. Camilla understands that he is interested in her as a woman, not just as a consultant. And the scariest part is that she is starting to be interested in him too. Leonardo is different from the rich people she knew. He is not arrogant, he is kind, well-mannered, intelligent. He treats all employees well, from the director to the cleaner. One day, she almost got exposed. Leonardo's assistant, Patricia, notices. "Strange, I can't find your resume in our archives." Camilla feels her blood run cold. "There must have been a system glitch when I sent it. Can you send it again? I need it for the HR department." "Of course, I'll send it this afternoon." Camilla lies, knowing she has no resume. That night, she spends hours creating a fake resume on the library computer. A university in Campinas, experience at a closed company, courses she never attended. Every line is a lie that pulls her deeper. "Maria, would you like to have lunch with me today to celebrate the project results?" Leonardo asks on Friday. Camilla knows she should refuse because she's entering dangerous territory, but looking into those sincere eyes, waiting for an answer, she can't resist. "I'd love to," she replies. Leonardo smiles like a child who received a gift. "Great, I know a good place." As he leaves, Camilla realizes what she has just done. She agreed to a date with a billionaire. She, who lives in a 2-room apartment, and takes care of a sick grandmother. She, who until recently cleaned the floors he walks on. But thinking about how Leonardo looks at her, how he treats her with tenderness and respect, Camilla almost forgets that all of this is built on a lie. She almost believes she deserves such a life. 3 months after their first meeting, Camilla prepares for the most important lunch of her life. She chose a dark blue dress found on sale, but spent half her salary on decent shoes. Nothing flashy, but elegant enough. In the mirror of the small bathroom, she looks at herself and barely recognizes the reflection. The cleaner has disappeared. In her place is a confident woman who seems to be part of Leonardo's world. "Grandma, I'll be out for a bit. Donna Neza will stay here." "Okay." Grandma Rosa looks at her with eyes confused by Alzheimer's, but smiles. "You're beautiful, dear. Are you going on a date?" Camilla feels a pang in her heart. "Perhaps, Grandma." "That's good. You deserve to be happy." These words echo in Camilla's thoughts throughout the journey. Does she truly deserve happiness? Does she have the right to dream of such love, based on a lie? The restaurant is more exquisite than any place she has ever been. Waiters in white shirts, tables with tablecloths, subdued lighting, and soft music. Camilla feels confused for a moment, but takes a deep breath. She has observed the hotel's wealthy guests for many years. She knows how to behave, how to hold cutlery, how to politely order food. The difference is that now she is on the other side. She is being served, not serving. Leonardo waits at the reserved table. When he sees her approaching, his eyes light up. He stands up to greet her, a gesture Camilla didn't expect. "You are beautiful, Maria," he says, gently kissing her hand. "Thank you. You look very good, too." Leonardo is in a shirt without a tie, elegant but casual. There's something different about him today. Less formal, more personal. They sit down, and Leonardo orders wine. "I hope you like red. It's from a winery in Mendoza." Camilla has never tasted imported wine, but she smiles. It must be very good. Over lunch, they talk about everything. Leonardo talks about the pressure of managing a family empire, about the loneliness of being constantly surrounded by self-serving people. "You know what tires me the most? Never knowing if they love me or my money," he confesses. Camilla feels a pang of guilt. If he only knew that I agreed to work with him out of desperation. "That must be very hard," she says sincerely. "I haven't met anyone like you before." Leonardo looks at her in a way that makes Camilla forget to breathe. There's something genuine in his gaze, going far beyond professional interest. "You are special, Maria. You have a naturalness I haven't seen in many years. You talk about work, about people with real passion. You're not trying to impress me." If only he knew how hard she was trying to impress him. Camilla is getting much more than he can imagine now. A new life, a new identity, a chance for a future. "Perhaps because I truly believe in what I do," she replies. "That's exactly it. You truly believe." Leonardo leans closer. "And I believe in you." The rest of the lunch passes in a flow of intimate conversations and deep gazes. Leonardo talks about his lonely childhood, about his parents who died young, about the weight of their important family name. Camilla says little about herself, but when she does, it's sincere, about the importance of family, the value of simple things, the beauty in small acts. "You remind me of what I forgot," Leonardo says, "how important it is to have a real person by your side." They leave the restaurant and walk to a small square nearby. It's almost 3 p.m., but Camilla doesn't want their meeting to end. For the first time in years, she feels true happiness. "Maria, can I confess something?" Leonardo stops and looks into her eyes. "Of course. Ever since I met you, you haven't left my mind. It's not just work, it's personal, very personal." Camilla feels time stand still. "Leonardo, I know it might be difficult because of the company, but I can't pretend that our relationship is just professional." He slowly approaches, giving her a chance to back away if she wants. But Camilla doesn't back away. She can't. She has been dreaming of this moment for months. When Leonardo kisses her, it seems all the lies disappear. There is only the truth of this feeling, the reality of this tenderness. Camilla forgets who she is, where she came from, all the problems waiting for her at home. In these few perfect seconds, she is simply a woman in love, being kissed by the man she loves. When they part, Leonardo whispers, "You are different from all the women I know, Maria. You are real." Camilla feels tears welling up. If only he knew who she really was, and how everything else was a lie. "You are special too, Leonardo," she manages to say. They kiss again, this time much more passionately. This time, Camilla realizes she is sinking deeper into the lie. She knows that sooner or later the truth will surface and destroy everything. But now, in Leonardo's arms, she chooses to believe that she deserves this love, that she deserves to be happy, even if only for a short time. When they finally part, Leonardo holds her hands tightly. "Maria, I want you to know, this is not a game for me. This is serious." "For me too," Camilla replies. And these are the most sincere words she has ever spoken. On the way home on the simple bus, Camilla touches her lips, which still hold the taste of the kiss. She knows she has just crossed a dangerous line. Now she is no longer just an employee who lied about her qualifications. Now she is a woman in love and living a life that is not her own. And for the first time since all this began, Camilla wonders, is it worth continuing to lie? Or is it better to tell the truth before it's too late? But when she comes home and sees Grandma Rosa smiling and asking how her day was, Camilla understands. I can't stop. So much depends on this lie, including the happiness of her only family. 2 months after their first kiss, Camilla and Leonardo can no longer pretend that their relationship is just work. On Thursday afternoon, she is sitting in the office sorting reports when she receives a message from him. "Can you leave early today? I want to show you something." Camilla smiles and replies, "What exactly?" "Surprise! I'll pick you up at 5 p.m. "Okay." She puts away her papers and tidies her desk. In recent months, Camilla has quit her cleaning job at the hotel, saying she found something better. The manager even congratulated her. Now she lives only on her consultant salary. It's not much, but it's 3 times more than before when she cleaned rooms. She can pay for Grandma Rosa's medicine and even has a little money left over. The problem is, it's getting harder to hide who she really is. At the appointed time, Leonardo appears at the office door. "Ready for a surprise?" he asks. "Depends on what it is," Camilla replies. "Come with me." They go down to the garage. Leonardo stops by a black car Camilla has never seen before. "Is this yours?" she asks. "Bought it yesterday. Wanted you to be the first to ride with me." Camilla feels her heart start to beat faster. Leonardo bought a car and wants to share it with her. This is the kind of gesture he only makes for important people. "Wow, it's beautiful. Get in." The car is more luxurious than anything she has ever sat in. Leather seats, a digital dashboard, the smell of a new car. "Where are we going?" she asks. "To a special place, you'll like it." They drive through the streets of São Paulo, talking about everything and nothing. Leonardo talks about the boring meeting he had that morning. Camilla talks about a new project she's developing. "You know, Maria, there's something I want to tell you," Leonardo says, stopping at a traffic light. "What exactly?" "What's between us is no longer a game for me." Camilla feels a chill in her stomach. "Me neither." "So, are we officially dating?" "Officially." Leonardo smiles and takes her hand. "Great, because I'm in love with you." "I'm in love with you too." They kiss at the red light, a kiss full of promises and genuine feelings. The special place Leonardo chose is a city viewpoint. From there, all of São Paulo is visible, lit up. "I come here when I need to think," he explains. "I've never brought anyone here before." "Why did you bring me?" Camilla asks. "Because you are special, Maria, different from all the women I've met." They stand, hugging, looking at the view. Camilla feels like the happiest woman in the world. At the same time, she feels the weight of the lie she carries. Leonardo, can I ask you something? Of course. If you found out that I'm not entirely who you think I am, would you still love me? Leonardo looks at her in surprise. Strange question. Is it just, well, hypothetical? Maria, I fell in love with you for who you are, for your kindness, intelligence, your view of the world. That won't change. No matter what else I learned about you. Camilla almost told the truth at that moment. Almost confessed that she was a cleaner pretending to be a consultant. But, thinking of Grandma Rosa and the life she had managed to build, the words wouldn't come. I just sometimes fear disappointing you. You will never disappoint me. I'm sure of it. If only he knew how wrong he was. On the way back, Leonardo drops Camilla off at the subway station. She made up that she lives nearby and prefers to walk. He shouldn't see the modest apartment where she lives. See you tomorrow at work, he says, kissing her cheek. See you tomorrow. During the subway ride, Camilla thinks about their conversation. Leonardo says he loves her for who she is. But would he love her if he knew the truth? At home, Grandma Rosa is watching TV. Hi, Grandma. How was your day? Good, dear. And who are you anyway? Camilla's heart sinks. The episodes of forgetfulness are becoming more frequent. I'm Camilla, your granddaughter. Ah, of course, Camilla. You're beautiful today. Were you with some guy? Yes, Grandma, I was. Good. You deserve to be happy. Camilla hugs her grandmother and wonders, how much longer can she lead this double life? How many more meetings, how many more kisses, how many more lies can she maintain? A week later, Leonardo arrives at the office with a thoughtful expression. Patricia, his assistant, notices he has changed. Good morning, Senor Leonardo. How are you? Good morning, Patricia. Everything's fine. Listen, I need to talk to you about something. Of course. About what? Leonardo sits at her desk. It's about Maria. Did you check all her references when we hired her? Patricia is a little embarrassed. I tried, but there were some difficulties. What kind? The university she mentioned, I couldn't confirm. I called several times, but always heard different excuses. Leonardo feels an unpleasant sensation in his stomach. What about the previous company where she worked? I confirmed that fact. The company did close, but I couldn't reach any former employees or managers. Didn't that seem strange to you? Patricia hesitates a bit, but says, I thought it was just bureaucracy. It happens. Patricia, I'm asking you something. I need you to carefully recheck her references. Is there a specific problem? No, I was just thinking about promoting her. I want to make sure everything is in order. That's a lie. The truth is, some things Maria says don't add up. How she so perfectly understands the problems of the simplest workers. How she knows every detail of the lives of those who work hard, and especially how she avoids talking about her past. Okay, I'll try again. Thank you. And Patricia, please be careful. Of course. That same day, Leonardo comes to Camilla's office. Hi, beautiful. Busy? Hi. Just finishing up some tables. Leonardo sits in the chair opposite her desk. Maria, I want to invite you. What invitation? Next Saturday, I want to host a lunch at my house. Family, a few friends. I want you to come. Camilla feels her blood run cold. Lunch with his family? Yes. My Aunt Celia, my cousins, close people. I want them to meet you. I don't know if that's a good idea. She tries to find an excuse. I don't want to mix personal life and work. Maria, for me, you haven't been just an employee for a long time. You're my girlfriend. I want the important people in my life to know you. Don't you want to meet my family? Camilla sees anticipation in his eyes. Of course I do. Then it's settled. Saturday at 12 p.m. After he leaves, Camilla panics. Lunch with Leonardo's family means questions, stories, pretending to live a life that never existed. She calls Dona Nisa. Dona Nisa, Can you sit with Grandma Rosa on Saturday? Of course, dear, all day. I think it's an important work commitment. No problem. Your grandma loves my company. Camilla hangs up and returns to her computer, but she can't focus. The rest of the day, she thinks about how to behave at lunch, what stories to tell, how to answer questions about her life. In the evening, she goes to the university library and studies formal dining etiquette, how to use cutlery, what to talk about, what topics to avoid. She also searches for information about the Almeida family online. She learns that Leonardo has an aunt, a widow, 2 businessmen cousins, and several longtime friends in an elite social circle. People who will immediately notice that she is not from their world. That evening at home, Grandma Rosa was more confused than usual. Camilla, who are these people in the room? What people, Grandma? It's just the 2 of us here. There are many people here. I don't know anyone. Camilla hugs her grandmother until she calms down. The episodes of forgetting are becoming more serious. Perhaps it's time to see a specialist, but specialists are expensive, and she can't lose her job now. No, she's too close to providing them with a better life. 3 weeks before the lunch at Leonardo's house, an Air France flight from Paris lands at Guarulhos Airport. Among the passengers is Valentina Moreira, 29, daughter of one of São Paulo's most traditional families. She spent 2 years in France managing the family business, but always closely followed events in Brazil, especially in Leonardo Almeida's life. Valentina and Leonardo have known each other since childhood. Their families have been friends for several decades, and everyone assumed they would marry someday. Until 3 years ago, Leonardo made it clear that he saw her only as a friend. Valentina pretended to accept it, but never stopped hoping. Moving to France was a strategy. She thought that distance would make Leonardo miss her. Now she's back because her mother called with news that infuriated her. Valentina, you need to come back. Why, Mom? Is everything okay there? It's about Leonardo. What about Leonardo? He's seriously dating someone. He's going to introduce the girl to the family. Valentina almost dropped the phone. What do you mean, seriously dating? The woman works at his company. They say he's crazy about her. What's her name? Maria something? I don't know much about her. Valentina is consumed by unrestrained anger. 2 years of waiting, and it turns out Leonardo fell in love with some stranger. I'm going back to Brazil. Excellent, daughter. We need to sort this out before it gets to a wedding. On Monday after arriving, Valentina calls Leonardo's office. Leonardo, it's Valentina. Valentina? Oh, what a surprise. Are you in Brazil? Arrived on Saturday, missed home. Good. How long will you stay? Depends on the matters I need to settle here. A pause for thought. Leonardo, maybe we could meet? There are projects that might interest your company. Of course. How about tomorrow morning? Excellent. Can I come to your office? Of course, at 10 a.m. Agreed. Valentina hangs up with a cold smile. She has less than a day to find out who Maria is and figure out how to get rid of her. On Tuesday morning, she dresses carefully. A modest Chanel dress, low Christian Louboutin shoes, a small, elegant Hermes handbag, nothing excessive. She wants Leonardo to remember what he lost. At exactly 10 a.m., she arrives at the office. The reception smiles, noticing the Moreira surname on the schedule. Senora Valentina, Senor Leonardo is waiting for you. Thank you. Leonardo stands when she enters. They haven't seen each other in 2 years, and he's still handsome. Valentina, you look magnificent. Paris suited you. Thank you. You look good too. Different. Different how? Happier, more relaxed. Yes, Leonardo smiles. A lot has changed. They chat about business for a few minutes. Valentina talks about opportunities in France. Leonardo talks about the company's projects, but she finds it hard to concentrate.